Join the 28-hour SQL Server Masterclass on the Udemy platform from only $15 instead of $89. Learn how to become a future developer or either a future DBA or performance expert on SQL Server with 150 exercises. The link to the promotion is in the video description. Okay? Want to get started on SQL Server? Then join me. Deactivation of an index. You can disable an index to improve the time of insertion. Okay? We will see how we deactivate it. Use AdventureWorks database, and we will create a new table and insert some data. Okay. For the moment, nothing very complicated. Next, I'm gonna create a clustered and a non-cluster index in this table. Okay, it's good. I pause the video sometimes, otherwise it's going to be too long. So let's activate the execution plan and run this query. And you can see that this index non-cluster that is used, okay, in this request. So let's deactivate this index non-cluster, and you can see that for deactivate an index on SQL Server, it's the option disable. Okay, so let's disable the index and let's run the new select, and you can see that now it's the clustered index that is used for this request. Okay, we realize that we take the clustered index, which is on the primary key. So we see that SQL saw that the index was disabled. So it took the default index it has left, and in this case, it's the primary key. So how to reactivate the clustered index? We see that SQL has chosen, as I told you before, the clustered index. There is no option in Management Studio for reactivate an index. We reactivate it by doing a rebuild. Okay? So you can see here that we have the rebuild partition. So let's reactivate it by doing a rebuild, and let's run the select, and now we see that it removes the non-cluster that I disabled before. Okay, so this is not the subject of this demonstration, but I will give you a bonus. Generally, we do an index deactivation test to see the insertion times that we can have on certain tables with high volume. Okay, so I will pause the video sometimes. I'm going to insert 50 times, go 50, and see how long it takes. And we see that it took 12 minutes and 23 seconds. Okay? So don't forget to deactivate the execution plan when you do the insertion, otherwise it would have taken much longer. Okay, let's continue and truncate the table and disable the index non-cluster, and let's run the win session 50 times. Okay, the insertion is finished, and the time is 1 minute and 2 seconds. Okay, we save 11 minutes, but we have not yet counted the rebuild index. Okay, so let's rebuild the index. So 6 seconds for the rebuild index. Okay, so in resume we have 1 minute and 10 seconds instead 12 minutes. Okay, so we saved 11 minutes when we deactivate the index compared to when the index is activated. Okay, therefore we have a significant time saving for small insertion. But before opting for this solution, you have to be extremely vigilant, because it can depend on many things: the recovery mode of your database, the increment size of your log, and so on. Okay, so calculate the sum of the insertions and the rebuild index. Why not to try the book insert or the BCP? Well, you can also try SSES. Okay, test many scenarios to finally opt for one solution. Okay, test, and test. Okay, so let's go to the next demonstration.